Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Timothy Williams Jr. If you want to learn about business, investing, and personal finance, tune in. Welcome back with another video. We're going to be talking about how to create a website. But first and foremost, let me congratulate Elijah on winning those free AirPods. And thank you guys so much for helping me reach 250 subscribers. While we'll be doing more giveaways in the future, the more I grow, the more giveaways I'll be doing. So just keep supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. The purpose of a website is to turn those visitors on your website into prospects or potential clients or customers. Your website should speak to whatever needs those customers have, and you're solving those problems. So having that website allows you to be online and your business to be running 24/7. The 5 reasons it's beneficial for your business to have a website. Number 1, it allows you to be available 24/7. So even if your business is closed after hours, someone can visit your website and see what services you do offer and potentially book for the next day or further down the line to become a client of yours. Number 2, it makes your business professional. Sometimes a lot of businesses use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and whatever other social media sites they do have out there to run their business. But a lot of people are using those sites and they crash oftentimes. So having your website allows someone to visit your site 24/7 and could potentially become a client even when those other sites crash. Number 3, easy to handle customer service. If you have a great website, someone wants to ask you any questions, you can have like a pop-up at the bottom of your website for people to ask whatever questions they have, and it allows you to be very professional and handle business accordingly. The 5th and final reason it's beneficial for you to have a website for your business is expansion. There's no cap on the growth that you can have for your website. Someone can visit your website 24/7 all around the world. You can provide excellent customer service. The growth, like I said, is unlimited, and it allows you to be professional for whatever business or services you have. The guest I have here with me today is Chad Ever. He's a website developer, and he's going to show exactly the importance of having a website as well as how to create a website using his formula.
Thanks, Tim. Hey, folks, I'm Chad with Ever Studios, president and co-founder. Ever Studios is a digital creative agency. So we handle everything from advertising to social media, graphic design, as well as website design. And that's what we're going to focus on today. There's a couple of really important things that you need to do when developing your website. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to show you on our builder what these things look like and the best way to make sure that you get a website up and running quickly. We have a section where you can actually build your own website, and the way we do it is we set it up where you build it, but you don't pay for anything until you're ready to go live. Okay, so you're not going to be charged until you push that button to publish your website. And at that point, you've got everything worked out with your website and you're ready to start getting visitors. So, you can take, a couple of weeks, a couple of months to build out your website, but we're not going to start charging you until it's actually time for you to start getting visitors. We got a couple different packages and we can go over those, individually if you get in touch with me. So when you start building, we have a plethora of templates already pre-built for you. So you can just start browsing templates that might have an idea of what you're going to be doing. But this is really just going to be a starting point, right? This is designed to get you to a place where you can kind of just fill in the blanks and tweak it and make it your own. So let's take this one, for example. Now, there are 3 really important reasons that you want to make sure that you have a website. First one is going to be that your website is always going to be there. A lot of businesses are very dependent on having, a social media presence, which is great. Absolutely love that. But if that is the only way that you're able to connect, if something happens with one of those social media sites, either they get bought out or they change their practices, you may not have a presence online anymore. But if you have a website, your website is always going to be there. Also, Google loves a real website. When it comes to ranking, Google is going to rank a business that has a real website with their own address higher than those that are, forwarding to Instagram pages or somewhere else. And then the most important thing is you have total control of the message. It's your brand, your colors, your wording, your images. It is completely up to you what you put on your website, and that gives you so much control. Now, once you have this filled out, it is going to create your account for you. It's going to create your site for you and jump you into being able to log in and start creating your website. Now, you're going to get an email to create a password. So hop over to your email, click that link, and then you can reset your password and you'll have access to your dashboard right away. Now, once you've logged into your dashboard, you are going to have several tools within here to be able to start building your website. Now, this I'm going to go over how the builder works first, very briefly, and then we'll go into how to formulate and put together your website. So, on the left side here, we have our design stuff and our pages and our widgets. So, widgets are going to be things like text, graphics, icons. If you want to add spacers in there, all of these different, design pieces those are going to be found in your widgets area. Pages, this is how you create new pages or reorganize your pages, right? This contact, if we want it to be before about in the menu up here, we simply just drag it to where we want it. And once we have it where we want it, it's going to change it up here in the menu automatically. Now, everything is auto saved for you, so you don't have to worry about clicking a save button. So if your internet goes out, it's going to save it for you. And that's really beneficial because, sometimes you take a look at the clock and you have to run and sometimes you forget to do something. Well, all the work that you've been doing is going to be saved for you. Content, that's going to be where all your photos are hosted, right? So you can drop in all the images that you have. But on top of the images that you have, we also provide you with a library of thousands of free to use photos and images just by being a member, right? Just by having a membership with Ever Studios and our website builder. So if you were to search something, we'll just say, students. It's going to give you a whole bunch of free images that you can use for free. Licensing's already taken care of, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's going to give you a really clean look when it comes to building your site, and it's going to look very professional. Now, you can keep scrolling, and it'll eventually go to a premium images, and these are ones that are available for purchase. Continuing down over here, there's this personalized section which we can enable and disable for you. E-commerce, that's when you're selling items. If you're on the right package, we would enable e-commerce for you. Your blog. So this is where all your design stuff is going to be held. And then on top here, you're going to see your pages up here as well. So it's in the menu, it's over here in the pages, but it's also up here in top. Whichever place you find it most comfortable to use. This is technically your preview area and this is technically your build area, but you can click on collections and it'll take you to the collections page, or you can click up here and it'll take you to that page as well. So they work the same either way. This is going to be your desktop view. This is going to be what it looks like on a tablet, and this is what it's going to look like on a mobile device. You want to make sure that your website works extremely well and looks beautiful on a mobile device. More than half of all internet traffic is done on mobile devices, so you definitely have to make sure your website is beautiful and gets across what it is that you want on both mobile as well as desktop. So typically what I do is I build on desktop first, make sure everything's in there, and then I jump over to mobile and I refine everything, make sure everything's how I want it. For instance, maybe I want these words to be centered, right? This is our text editor. You literally just click the text, and just like any other editor, you're going to do, change your font size, and we just change the orientation or the alignment. So that looks a little bit better that way. Where if we're over here on desktop, it might make sense for it to be left justified, right? So you have different views and you want to make sure it looks great everywhere. So that's the basic editor. There's really not a ton to it. I mean, it's very powerful, don't get me wrong, but there's not all, it's kind of in your face easy to operate. We get rave reviews all the time of just how simple and easy and intuitive our builder is. And that's the way we want it. We want it to be where you're not focusing on, building your site. We want you to just get it up so you can focus on your business. Now, when it comes to your website, websites evolve constantly. You should really be having a new website every 12 to 18 months. And with our builder, you have the ability to make changes to your website however and whenever you want. Keeping it clean, right? A lot of white space, definitely super important. This area up here is called the hero. And this is, you want to make sure when people land on your website that they know where they are and that they're in the right place. right? So this is for a furniture business, and the name of the business is Homemade. So here's where their logo is. And when you jump into this website, crafted furniture is the word, home decor, and this beautiful photo of some furniture. This tells me that I'm in the right place when I land here. Right, there's no confusion of if I click something wrong, or if somebody referred something to me and I'm not in the right place. It's very clear that I'm where I'm supposed to be. This arrow kind of draws you to want to slide down some more, and we jump into the bedroom area. We have this call to action, which would take us over to that collections area. Now, with our preview area up here, we can click this preview button and it just gets rid of that little editor. And now your site is in full function mode. So if we click the C collection, it's going to take us over to collections page, and we can go back to editor, and then we can just start editing just how we were before. So you can go and switch between preview and editing very simply, very easily. And, it's, again, the point is to make it as easy to get your website done quickly so that you can focus on your business side of it. Now, when you're trying to do things like change the background image, right? We have things broken down into rows, and then there's columns. So with this row, we would just go to edit the design of the row. And then right here, you can see background image. We can make it a solid color if we wanted to. So we can just change it to be a color. We can change it to be an image. So if we were to delete this, that color that we selected would come through. I mean, you can pick any color that you want, right? And you can see it previews live for you. That way you can get an idea of exactly what it is you want it to look like. If we do want to go back and create that or add an image in there, we can do that as well. Now you'll notice all of the recent colors that we've been clicking, those are showing up right here. That way you can get back to them very quickly. And if you like this color, it's very easy to hop over to save colors and hit this little plus button. And now it saves it, that exact color code, exactly how you put it. Jumping back over to image, we would select this area, and it's going to give us a quick preview of everything we have uploaded or that we're searching for. Or you can hit this full view, and it's going to expand it and give you a much easier to view so that you can select the right image at a glance. Go ahead and hit done. Now we have the checkbox, and now we have our background back in there. Okay, so the overall flow of a website that you want to keep in mind is you want to please Google at the end of the day, right? When we're building websites, we need to think about search first. People are going on and they're asking Siri and they're asking Alexa and all these different places, which for the most part are very much driven by Google and the other search engines. So if we are pleasing these search engines, our chances of populating organically, meaning we're not paying advertising dollars to populate, but we're showing up organically, are going to be much greater. And that's really what we want. We want to populate organically because we are the right solution for the people who are searching for us. Right. So ways that we're going to please Google is by having, wording in here that, the copy in here that's going to answer the questions people are asking. You can say that again. Google loves answering questions, right? They want to provide solutions to people. And if your website answers the questions that people are asking, your chances of populating higher are going to be much greater. Now, Google takes plenty of things into account. So it's going to take into account, location. So you want to make sure that you have, within your contact page, your address in here, right? You want to have your address somewhere. The footer is a great place for it. You can have it within the body of your contact page. The footer is nice because it's on every single page. It's universal. It's easy to get to. But you want to have an address in there. Now, you don't have to have a full street address, but people really want to know that they're doing business with somebody in their city and that it's relevant to them, right? So again, content, super important. This is designed to be a landing page that forces people to go through the flow, right? To continue scrolling down and see these beautiful feature photos. Because when we're talking about furniture, seeing is believing. So for this type of business, being able to see the different areas, the different products that they have available, super important for this business. Your homepage acts as a landing page of the main piece that you want to communicate to the public. Okay. So when people land on your homepage, we talked about how they need to truly know that they're in the right place. And we do that with stunning visuals. We do that with carefully crafted wording. And that's really going to help people know they're in the right place and begin to browse. Now, one of the things that search engines do is they measure the amount of time somebody stays on your website, and they measure how many times they click into different places within your website. So this site that we have up here is designed to get people to scroll through, which Google likes. It's designed to get people to click a button to go somewhere else, which Google likes. So you can see each section has a call to action. Um, and when you click onto another piece of a website, Google says, okay, this must be relevant, because otherwise they would have left by now, right? And so if they're clicking over to see something else, Google's going to give you, that extra clout, the Google juice, saying, hey, this is definitely a relevant site in terms of the search terms these people were asking about. So having great copy, but also navigating them, having them follow the path that you choose for them, is going to help you tremendously when it comes to ranking organically. Now, having stunning photos is definitely super important as well, and I understand not everybody, has it in the budget to have a photographer come out and take, fantastic photos. So, like I mentioned before, we provide you with thousands of stock photos that you can use, all for free. So you can search for, anything in here, and as long as it falls into that free category, there's no charge to use them. So we could, just type in bedroom, and we're going to get a ton of free images to use in the bedroom. I really like this one right here. So if we were to click this one and swap it out, now we have this one that has a little bit of color in it, right? And you're going to notice here, so the text is black on top of this light but also multicolored background, and the words can kind of disappear. That's just a design change. Now you can fix that by, within this row area, hitting edit design. You can go down to this background overlay, and we're going to change that overlay to be a light color, like let's make it white, and then we're going to change how much. That way we still get that image, but the words pop out, right? You see how quickly and easily that was. Super simple to do, and it gives you a lot of control. That way you are communicating to your audience the words, but still complementing it with stunning visuals. So that's a little bit on how to build a website. I really want to show you what Art Builder looks like, because I'm very proud of it. It's very easy to use. It's intuitive, and we are constantly updating and adding new features, and it's secure, and it's all built for you, right? So we're constantly making improvements to it, and all that is part of, when you're a client of ours, that you have access to all the new stuff we roll out. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, make sure you get in touch with me. My email address is chad@chadever.com, or you can visit chadever.com and book a session, a free consultation with me, and we can take a look at what I can do to help you grow your business and work smarter. Talk to you soon.
If you guys like this video and want to see more content like this, make sure you turn on that bell notification to be notified every time I post a video, and don't forget to subscribe.